It has been said that dog is a man's best friend. That statement is spot on when it comes to a good, well-trained pointer. It can make the difference between uncovering birds in the field and walking around all day hoping to get lucky. Now, breed types vary, but one thing they all have in common is a desire to retrieve. Other behaviors advantageous for the sport of bird hunting, like pointing, is something the dog may have an instinct for, but is refined through training. Kit Critchlow is an avid bird hunter and prefers a breed called the Deutsch Drahthaar, or more commonly known as the German wire hare.
This is Aussie. She's a 3-year-old female. You can see she's got a relatively short, tight coat, but also she has beard, furnishings, a little bit of eyebrow, a protective coat that helps keep briars and so forth from injuring dog when they're out hunting.
This is a class of dog that is beyond doubt built to hunt.
There's probably no better place for one of these dogs than out hunting. They thrive on it. You can see it when they run. Their tail's cracking. They're out there running. You can tell they're trying to find something with all their might. It's really the greatest thing for them ever.
German wire hares are known as a versatile hunting breed, which means they can switch their trail tactics or their methods of finding birds depending on the conditions in the field.
What I like to see in a hunting dog is a dog that's has the ability to shift its scenting gears from head high, using the wind, using its nose to search, to dropping the nose a little bit, using the ground scent, and maybe slowing down a little bit so they don't miss some of the birds that are in the field. A dog that really has a good mental stability can figure some of that out and apply the tools that they have genetically to the situation.
The day we were out, the weather changed. By mid-morning, the breeze picked up, and the dog's style of pursuit changed as well.
An experienced dog will acknowledge the fact that they can use their nose more efficiently and cover a lot more area with their nose, because that breeze is going across the ground and carrying the scent maybe 50, maybe 100 meters, and the dog can actually smell bird scent at that distance. And so they start picking their head up and they start using that wind to their advantage.
The German wire hare is by nature a retriever. Patience and training teaches the dog how to point and hold a covey of quail.
It all really starts from a good, solid retrieving foundation. But without experience and training, they can never reach their full potential. You only can get that by spending time in the field.
Technology plays a part in training as well. These collars aid in teaching the dog a desired behavior.
The electronic training collar has been around for many, many, many years, and hundreds and thousands of hours of research has been done on the safety of electronic training collars. And they are extremely adjustable and variable, and it's a very, very safe, humane, and efficient way to train a dog.
The collars are also useful for the hunter by sounding a tone when the dog is out of sight and standing still. She's probably located a covey. That tone is transmitted to this belt pack receiver, and Kit can find where she's at.
Typically, if I'm walking and my dog's been out of sight for a while, I may stop and put my ear to the wind, so to speak, and listen, and the beeper collar will make a specific noise that my ear is tuned to, and then I know which direction the dog is, and I know that the dog is probably on point, because it won't start beeping until the dog stops and is pointing.
These dogs love to get out in the field and hunt. You can see it in the way they run and range over the land. The best part is when they pick up a scent and move around to locate the birds. When a dog finally locates a covey, the most critical part of their training comes into play. It's called manners behind game.
What you'll see is you'll see the dog potentially move their nose in the direction of the wind. They might staunch up for a second and then start moving slowly. Their body really tenses up, and that's when you know they're getting game scent and they're starting to get what's referred to as birdie. And you also may see them maybe start doing some circles. If there's some ground scent, maybe the bird's been running through, you'll see them circle, and they'll keep coming back to the same spot trying to figure out which direction the birds went.
Kit prefers the dog to stay on point and not flush the birds until he's ready. These dogs hold statue still. Only the cropped tail twitches.
They're so intense, and you'll just see their tail quivering, and they're so excited, but yet they have got the pointing instinct ingrained so heavily that they don't want to move because they don't want to scare the birds. And the more experienced they are, the more staunch they are, and the more stealthy they are.
Retrieval comes naturally.
Right.
A dog with a soft mouth or one that will hold the bird gently is desirable.
Yep. Little hand. Sit. Go ahead. Give.
Thank you.
Good girl, Jazz.
Every dog is very, very different in the way they handle game. And the Draghar breed really likes to retrieve. And typically getting them to pick something up is not a problem.
Oh, good girl.
And it may require a little bit of training to get them to hold that bird softly and deliver it to you. And that's really where the training comes in and not so much the natural ability.
Developing a bond with a well-trained dog can be one of life's great experiences. You get to a point with the relationship where one will know intuitively what the other is thinking. The time you put into training and field work will really pay off when it comes time for the fall hunts.